Hi everyone, I just turned 21, so of course I had to go to Disney World to celebrate and drink around the world and EPCOT and all the other parks. So come with me as I review the top 10 drinks I had in those couple days. In number 10 is the Cherry Blossom cocktail at Hollywood Studios Sunshine Day Bar. It had rum, cherry liqueur, and pineapple juice with grenadine, which sounds really good and I was so excited, but it just ended up tasting like medicine. I also don't recommend this drink after riding Tower of Terror because your stomach will not thank you. Next, in number 9 is the beer flight, which I had in America at EPCOT. It had 3 different kinds of beer in it, and I just overall don't really like beer. They just don't really do anything for me. But the fruit punch one that was in here was tolerable, to say the least. In number 8 is the Collins Double I had at the Abracadabra Bar near the Boardwalk Hotel. It had gin, house-made sweet and sour, topped with soda water. The bar itself was a speakeasy vibe, which I found was really cool, and the cocktail was perfect after having nothing but sweet drinks all day. Essentially, it was a gin and tonic, but fancier. Didn't blow my socks off, but was perfect and what I needed. In number 7 is the Moosehead Beer, which I got in Canada in EPCOT. I know I said I really don't like beer, but this one I did really like. It was light and refreshing and kind of different from any beer I've ever had, and it wasn't overly bitter and it had a little bit of a sweetness. Number 6 is the Troll Cream, which I had in Norway, also in EPCOT. It was a cranberry and vanilla slush and then topped with dragonberry rum and whipped cream. I was really excited for it, but I did not account how sweet it would be, even though it sounded really sweet, but I was thinking with my stomach and not my brain. And overall, it was really good, but I could basically feel the cavities forming. In number 5 is the orange slushy, which I had in France. It was Grand Marnier, rum, Grey Goose orange, and orange juice. I really love a frozen drink, especially waiting in line for Ratatouille in 80-degree weather with 40% humidity. Again, it was really sweet, but definitely not cavity level, and I really enjoyed it. Number 4, which was actually my first official drink, is the seasonal margarita I had in Mexico. It was a black currant margarita. I don't exactly know what was in it because it was the seasonal margarita at the time, so they didn't have it as a staple, but it came in this cute little cup, which of course I took home with me, and I really love this drink, but it didn't have enough of a margarita vibe. Look, I know I said I don't like beer, but this one's different. So in number 3 is the Schafferhofer grapefruit beer, which I had in Germany. This beer is so fruity, light, and really easy to drink, and frankly doesn't taste like beer at all, almost more of a cider per se. Plus, I got a massive spicy pretzel, and if you know me, I love a good pretzel with spicy mustard. In number 2 is a sake cocktail with strawberry and watermelon, which I had in Japan. So I tried sake before and absolutely hated it, but this one was totally different. I needed to try a drink in Japan, was a little worried about it, and I was really pleasantly surprised because it was absolutely delicious. It tasted kind of like a Jolly Rancher, but not nearly as sour. I could have definitely drank more than one. So before we get to my number 1, I just want to have this honorable mention here. So this wasn't a cocktail that you could order, but we had leftover pog juice, which is passion fruit, orange, and guava juice, left over from breakfast. So we got vodka and we drank it on the Skyliner as our own Skyliner bar crawl. I really love pog juice, so no complaints, but it wasn't a real cocktail, as we just kind of had it on the Skyliner in between parks. But look at that view. It's absolutely gorgeous, and I definitely didn't have a freak out when it stopped at the middle of the air. And finally, in number 1 is the Grown Ups Lemonade I had at Woody's Lunchbox in Hollywood Studios. I loved this drink so much, and I was so sad when it was over. It was black cherry puree, cherry vodka, and lemonade. It could be absolutely dangerous because it didn't taste like there were any alcohol in there, and the cherry and lemon flavors worked so well together. I was so sad I only got one. And bonus tip, it goes great with Mickey Pops. Anyway, thank you for coming around the world with me and seeing all the drinks that I reviewed, and I highly recommend spending your 21st birthday this way. And now I will not be looking at alcohol for a month.
Hey, I'm Jordan. JP and I. Yep. JP and I are going to discuss the recent Oscar awards and all the weird, good, and bad moments, and the winners.
I think this is probably one of the best Oscars in recent years.
I liked last year's more.
I don't know. I feel like this year's was far more entertaining than last year's.
I mean, all the jokes Jimmy Kimmel made towards Robert Downey Jr.
I don't think Jimmy Kimmel was funny this year. I think he was trying to do brand. Yeah, no, I think he was trying to be a little more dramatic. You know. But yeah, Robert Downey Jr. winning Best Supporting Actor, that was a given.
He deserved that, yes.
He did deserve it, but I also think it was just a career award in general.
Yeah, I mean, he's come a long way ever since, ever since he was a child actor.
Yeah, no, seriously.
Yeah, he's had a great story.
Yeah, like I've been seeing posts on Insta, the transformation from when he was like, going to
Yeah,
jail
like
and whatnot.
1999 to
yeah,
2024.
now, like, definitely,
Yeah.
His third act began.
So obviously Oppenheimer won. That was pretty obvious that it was going to win, but the way that it was announced was just so unenthusiastic.
I don't know. I think, it was Al Pacino. He was doing his best,
I mean, yeah, he's old, but
come on, like it was a
I mean,
legend.
he said it was I'm assuming he didn't write how he was going to say that it was going to win.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of that stuff
But it
is
was,
pre-written.
And my eyes see Oppenheimer. But whoever did write that, come on, he didn't even they didn't even have him announce the other nominees, which he did say was because after every commercial break they showed a few clips from of one nominee each.
Wait, by the way, what did you think of having the past award winners presenting?
I liked that.
Yeah, I thought it was a nice touch.
I was confused at first, but I liked that. And obviously, I loved seeing Nicolas Cage up there also.
Yeah, like Rita Moreno introducing America Ferrera. That was great.
Yeah. No, I liked that for the big actor and actress awards that they had past winners. Yeah. And so, Best Actor, obviously.
Best Actor, Cillian Murphy.
Yes, Cillian, not Cillian. Cillian Murphy definitely deserved that. I mean, he's just worked with Christopher Nolan so much. I feel like that one is also almost a career award.
Cillian Murphy's definitely going to get a lot more work now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised he hasn't been in that much, really.
I don't know. I like Cillian Murphy because he doesn't seem like one of those big, celebs.
Yeah, he's very selective about what he
Well, not just that.
plays
He's just some guy, doing his job. He likes doing it,
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think if you want to talk about a goofy moment, everyone did point out that Cillian Murphy was one of the only people to actually shake every single one of those past winners' hands.
Oh, wow, I did not realize that.
They were the big online talk was Emma Stone blowing off Michelle Yeoh and Robert Downey Jr. blowing off Ki-Hoi Kwan. Not intentionally, it's in the moment, but everyone's like, "Oh, you're doing that,"
Now, for Best Actress, I was actually expecting Lily Gladstone to win.
I think everyone. No, you should have seen Emma Stone's expression.
Even Emma Stone was she was almost sad that she won.
It's like, oh no, what's gonna happen to me now?
But I mean, the movie itself, Poor Things, I didn't love it. I thought it was a good movie, but I mean that's definitely a one-of-a-kind movie. But she does. I mean, I put her as my runner-up for, if not Lily Gladstone. So I'm glad she won.
I think it's a shame Lily Gladstone didn't win because I feel like with the current state of the industry, I feel like she's not gonna have another chance. I don't know. She might.
She
but
is
I
actually
this might
in
have been her only,
something upcoming. I'm not sure what it is.
I mean, this was like a.
She was also voted in high school most likely to win an Oscar.
Yeah, see, it would have been a perfect story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very sad that she won. Who won? Oh yeah, Best Supporting Actress.
Best Supporting Actress was Divine Joy Randolph.
Yeah, I absolutely loved that movie.
Yeah, that movie
she was
great.
Amazing in that movie.
I think her speech was probably one of the best. I think Downey Jr.'s was comedic, but I think hers definitely hit, for people that are trying to get into the industry, So that was very impactful.
Yeah, what else is there? What other awards?
Best Visual Effects, Godzilla -1. I actually expected that one to win.
I mean, that's the only one I didn't see. I plan on seeing
Godzilla
it.
-1's probably the best Godzilla.
I was expecting Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
It's a Marvel movie.
But that movie should have been nominated for Best Makeup and Hairstyling.
It was a very competitive year.
Yeah, it broke the world record for most prosthetics used in a movie.
That's true. I mean, if you want to talk about snubs, though, what about the Iron Claw and Priscilla?
Oh my God, the Iron Claw.
All those movies are
Priscilla, but the Iron Claw.
Zac Efron not getting a Best Actor.
That's one of the most tragic stories I've ever seen.
Margot Robbie
huge snub.
wasn't even in there.
I don't think Margot Robbie was Oscar worthy.
Yeah. But yeah.
So next is Real Talk Cribs, and Kelsey's going to give you a little tour of her place.